Welcome to the Namib, the land where nothingness takes form. Spanning 80 million years, it stands as the most ancient and unforgiving desert on our planet Earth. Here, death does not knock with a scythe. It arrives through 50-degree heat and a suffocating silence that tests the will of every living soul present. This is a realm of extremes, where the sun is a relentless hammer and the ground itself cries out for a single drop of life-giving moisture. At midday, the temperature climbs to a staggering 50 degrees Celsius, turning the air into a shimmering veil that masks the dangers lurking in the sand. The wind is the only architect here, constantly reshaping the landscape into towering mountains of dust that whisper stories of the ancient, forgotten past of Africa. Every grain of sand carries the weight of millions of years, moving in a silent, eternal dance across the surface of this desolate and beautiful wasteland. In the heart of the desert lies dead Vlei, a graveyard of ancient trees. These skeletal remains have stood for centuries, preserved by the lack of moisture. They serve as silent monuments to a time when water once flowed, now serving as grim reminders of the desert's absolute power over all living things. But even in this graveyard, life finds a way to persist. As the sun begins its daily ascent, the inhabitants of Namib prepare for their struggle. This is the story of the challengers, the survivors who call this hell their home, proving that life is more resilient than we could ever imagine. Meet the desert's most ingenious engineer. This tiny beetle, the Stenocara, is embarking on a climb that is equivalent to a human scaling a massive mountain. Its destination is the very peak of the dune, where it will perform a life-saving ritual that has been perfected over millions of years of evolution. From the nearby Atlantic Ocean, a cold fog rolls in, bringing the only source of moisture this land will see for weeks or even months on end. As the mist envelops the dunes, the beetle stands on its head. This precise posture allows its shell to catch the microscopic droplets of water suspended. The unique bumps on its wings are water-attracting, while the valleys are water-repelling. This biological marvel turns the invisible fog into tangible, life-saving liquid gold. Gravity does the rest. A single drop, no larger than a seed, rolls slowly down the beetle's body, heading straight toward its waiting, thirsty mouth. In this moment, a single drop is the difference between survival and death. This tiny creature has outsmarted the desert's dryness through pure biological brilliance. But time is running out. As the sun burns through the mist, the cool relief of the morning vanishes, replaced by the impending, scorching heat of day. With its thirst quenched, the beetle must hide. It burrows deep into the sand, seeking the cooler layers below before the surface becomes a deadly furnace. The engineer's work is done for today. It will wait in the darkness until the cycle of the mist returns to the ancient sands once again. The Oryx, or gemsbok, is the true aristocrat of the Namib. With its striking markings and rapier-like horns, it moves through the heat with regal grace. These gentlemen of the wasteland are built for endurance. They can survive for weeks without drinking a single drop of liquid water from the ground. Their secret weapon is an internal cooling system. A network of fine blood vessels in their snout cools the blood before it reaches their sensitive brain. By keeping a cool head, literally, The Oryx can allow its body temperature to rise to levels that would be fatal to almost any other mammal. They derive moisture from the desert's specialized plants, which store water in their roots and leaves, waiting for those who know where to look for it. Their horns are not just for show. They are formidable weapons against any predator brave enough or desperate enough to challenge them in this open arena. During the peak of the day, they conserve every ounce of energy. They stand motionless, becoming part of the landscape, enduring the sun's most brutal hours. They are the masters of patience. In the Namib, movement is expensive, and these creatures have learned to spend their energy with the utmost care. A symbol of resilience, the Oryx thrives where others perish, proving that beauty and strength can coexist in the most hostile environments on this planet. Their hooves are designed to walk on both shifting sand and hard rock, allowing them to traverse the diverse and difficult terrains of the desert. As the afternoon shadows lengthen, the Oryx continues its journey. The day shift is ending, and a different kind of king is about to wake. When the sun finally dips below the horizon, the desert undergoes a dramatic transformation. The heat vanishes, and the kingdom of the night begins. This is the hour of the desert lion. Unlike their cousins on the lush savannas, these lions are lean, tough, and exceptionally adapted to the sand. They are the ghosts of the dunes. A desert lion can travel hundreds of kilometers across the empty wastes in search of a single meal. Their survival depends on stealth and an incredible amount of endurance. Every step is calculated. Every movement serves the purpose of the upcoming hunt. They are stoic warriors. In a land where prey is scarce, the pride must work with absolute precision, often waiting days for the right opportunity. Patience is their ultimate weapon. They watch the distant movement of an Oryx, waiting for the perfect moment when the guard is finally dropped. Suddenly, the silence is shattered. The lion launches itself forward, a golden blur against the dark sand, closing the distance with terrifying and explosive speed. The chase is a life-or-death gamble for both. The lion risks exhaustion, while the prey risks everything. It is the rawest form of nature's drama. Not every hunt ends in success. In fact, most do not. The desert lion must accept failure and prepare to walk even further into the dark. Despite the hardships, they remain the undisputed rulers of the night. Their presence ensures the delicate balance of life remains intact in this ancient land. They will continue to wander, driven by an instinct that has survived since the dawn of time, searching for life in the heart of the void. The desert lion is a testament to the fact that even the most formidable hunters must adapt to the rules of the sand to survive here. As the moon sets, the desert prepares for another shift. Below the surface, a different kind of world is waking up to start its day. Beneath your feet, a hidden world is teeming with activity. The Sidewinder snake is a master of camouflage, hiding in plain sight under the sand. It moves in a strange, sideways loop. This unique motion minimizes contact with the scorching sand, allowing it to travel quickly across the burning surface. The tracks it leaves are a signature of the Namib, a series of parallel lines that mark the path of a silent and deadly ambush predator. With incredible speed, it disappears. It uses its body to shovel sand over itself, becoming an invisible landmine, waiting for an unsuspecting insect or lizard. The desert is a world of ghosts. Here, Being seen is a death sentence, and the Sidewinder has mastered the art of being part of the nothing. Nearby, another specialist is at work. The golden mole is a swimmer of the sand. Blind and small, it navigates the desert using vibration and sound. It swims through the dunes as if they were water, hunting for crickets and termites. Its fur is designed to reduce friction against the abrasive grains. With powerful limbs, it carves through the earth, an athlete of the underground world. It is a tiny marvel of evolution in a giant landscape. Above and below, the struggle for survival never stops. Every layer of the Namib is occupied by creatures that have turned hardship into their advantage. A simple cricket can be a feast in this world, but it must be careful, for the sand itself has eyes and a lethal strike. In the blink of an eye, the hidden predator strikes. The desert doesn't offer second chances. You are either the hunter or the hunted. And just as quickly as it appeared, the scene returns to silence. The ghosts of the sand retreat, leaving no trace of their presence behind. In the most remote corners of the Namib, where the dunes meet the dry riverbeds, live the giants. These are the elders of the desert. Namibian elephants are unique. They are taller and leaner than their savanna relatives, with larger feet to help them navigate the soft, deep sand. Every step they take is a journey towards survival. A single herd may travel 70 kilometers in a day just to find a reliable drink. The matriarch is the keeper of memories. She remembers the location of hidden water sources from droughts that occurred over half a century ago. She stops at a seemingly bone-dry riverbed. To the untrained eye, there is nothing here, but her trunk senses a faint scent of moisture underground. With patient, powerful movements, she begins to dig. This is the work of a life-giver. She is opening a well in the middle of a wasteland. Success. As the cool water seeps through the sand, it brings a moment of salvation, not just for the elephants, but for many other animals. The next generation is safe for another day. These giants teach us that survival is not just about strength, but about the wisdom to remember. They are the guardians of the Namib. Their presence ensures that even in the harshest years, the spark of life is never fully extinguished here. As they move on, they leave behind a lifeline for others. The holes they dig will serve as watering holes for countless smaller desert creatures. They are the true kings of the road, leading the way through the thirst and the heat with a dignity that defines the spirit of Africa. Our journey through the Namib is coming to an end, but the story of survival here never stops. It is an eternal cycle of endurance. From the smallest beetle to the largest elephant, every inhabitant of this red desert is a hero in their own right, a challenger of death. The Namib is not just a place of death. It is a masterclass in adaptation. It teaches us that life will always find a way forward. Even in the most barren of landscapes, there is beauty, there is hope. There is an unyielding will to exist against all the odds possible. As we look upon these ancient sands, we are reminded of our own place in the world. We are but temporary visitors in a timeless realm. Thank you for joining us in the world's oldest desert. May the resilience of the Namib inspire you in your own journey through life's challenges. The desert sleeps now, but tomorrow the sun will rise again, and the battle for survival will begin anew under the burning African sun. Good night from the ancient sands of Namib. Remember that even in the land of nothingness, life is everything. Until we meet again, stay curious.